Good morning, friends. How are you? I have missed you so much. I am so glad you are here with me today. Today marks the first day of our summer school program. So you will get a video Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for about 6 weeks that you can watch and learn from. And then on Wednesdays, we will Zoom, okay? We will Zoom on Wednesdays during this program. So I'm so glad you're here. During this time, we will do our morning message. We will talk about sight words. We'll talk about sounds. We'll talk about some stuff that we didn't touch on during distance learning. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for being here. Things are going to be a little bit different. I received a document camera. So it's a camera that shows you worksheets and papers on the screen. So I think it'll be really great for our learning. So we're going to try that for a couple of activities, including our morning message, okay? So let me go ahead and share that with you this morning. Here it is. It says June 9th, 2020. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. I am so glad you are here. How are you? It will be a great day. I can and I will. Love, Mrs. Forrester. There it is, our morning message. Did you miss reading that for a few weeks? I missed writing them. Let's review a couple of things on our morning message because it's been a little bit. So can you tell me what this small dot right there is? What is that called? Do you remember? Goes at the end of sentences. Yeah, it's a period. Good. Everybody say period. Good. And remember, periods are just at the end of sentences when you're stating something, right? You don't necessarily have to be excited or loud. You're just saying today is Tuesday. And your reader knows that it's the end of your sentence because of the period. You have stopped talking, okay? What is that one called? The second one that I just circled. You're right, that is an exclamation point. Can you say that one more time? Exclamation point, good. And remember, an exclamation point is when you are excited, you are loud. I said, I am so glad you are here. I'm excited about that, right? I used another one down here. It will be a great day. I can and I will. So I'm being very excited with those things, with those words. Okay. What's that one called? Do you remember what that one is called? I said, how are you? Yeah, it's a question mark. Good, a question mark. When do we use question marks? Yeah, when we are asking questions. We want to know something, when we want to know something, right? So I asked you today, how are you? I haven't seen you guys in a few weeks. We haven't talked in a few weeks. So how are you? Are you good? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited? What are you? Those are all the things I wanted to review. Oh, no, it's not. I remember one more thing I wanted to review on my morning message. Okay. You may notice that at the beginning of all of my sentences, my words start with a big capital letter. Today, I, how, it, and I. All of the words at the beginning of my sentences start with a capital letter. That is one thing you have to remember to do when you're writing, okay? Every time you put your punctuation at the end of your sentence, then you start a new sentence with a capital letter, okay? I wanted to make sure that we reviewed that because I'm hoping that you're taking some time to write like we would during school, maybe writing some sentences, different things like that. maybe about your day. And I want to make sure that you're starting with a big capital letter and ending it with a punctuation mark. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Hi. Let's go ahead and review our sounds. I need to make this bigger so I'm not distracted by, I can see the camera behind the screen and it was distracting me. Okay, let's go ahead and review our letter sounds. Are you ready? Here we go. Ears on. H, ha, hat. G, ga, game. J, ja, jug. D, da, dog. S, snake. N, nut. T, ta, top. P, pa, pan. Viva, van. R, rat. L, la, lamp. M, man. B, ba, bat. A, apple. C, cat. E, ed. Y, yellow. O, octopus. U, up. I, itch. X, fox. K, kite. F, fun. Q, queen. Z, zebra. W, wind. Good. Repeating, ears off. Okay. Let me check my list for the day. Oh, I'm glad I did. I almost forgot to do something. We're not going to count the days of summer school, but I do want to practice counting. Today, I want to practice counting by tens, and I want us to go past 100, okay? So during the school year, practice counting by tens, and we would stop at 100, and I want us to keep going. So count with me. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we're going to keep going. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. We'll stop there, but I wonder if you could make it to 200. You want to do it one more time? Let's practice to 150 one more time. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Good practicing, friends. Okay, today to wrap up our lesson, we are going to read The Rainbow Fish. This is one of my absolute favorite stories, and I think it could kind of fit in with what's going on in our world right now. Right now, there is some people there. Sorry, I lost my words there. Right now, you may have been seeing on the news or hearing mom and dad talk about it. There are protests going on. So what that means, people are letting our government know that they are unhappy with how some of our friends are being treated. What that means is people with black or brown skin are being treated very fairly. Some people think that because other people's skin is dark, is black, is brown, that they should be treated poorly, or they shouldn't have the same rights as those who have white skin like me, which that's not okay, right? We've talked about that when we talked about some of our influential Black leaders. We talked about how kids used to have to go to separate schools, or how Rosa Parks, stood up for herself on the bus and wouldn't move for a white person. So people are letting officials and governments know that, hey, this isn't okay and things need to change. So I felt like the rainbow fish kind of fit that. I unfortunately don't have any of those books with me right now, and all of them are sold out online. So hopefully before this ends, I'll be able to get a book or two that helps us understand a little bit better about what's going on. But Rainbow Fish kind of touches on it a little bit. So we're going to read the Rainbow Fish, and we're also going to practice retelling it with our retelling hand. So if you have your retelling hand, go ahead and go grab that. If it's put away and you can't get to it, no worries. I didn't bring mine home this summer, so we're gonna have to just kind of pretend with our own hands, okay? So Rainbow Fish is by Marcus Pfister. So if it's by Marcus Pfister, what did he do? If the book is by him, what did he do? Yeah, he wrote the words, and we call the person who wrote the words the author. Good. Okay. The Rainbow Fish. Oh, I almost just poked myself in the eye. I wonder if, let me try something real quick. I wonder if it would be better for everyone if I showed it on the screen. I think that's going to be better for everybody. You can see the words and you can see the pictures, and then I'm not trying to show it to you and read it. Okay, let me move my cursor. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. You see them over here? When you touch the book, the sparkling scales feel different. The other fish were amazed at his beauty, and they called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. That's not okay. I feel like Rainbow Fish thinks that he's better than these other fish because of his scales. Do you think that he's any better than these fish just because he has these pretty scales? No. One day, little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? What do you think you are? Cried Rainbow Fish. Get away from me. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all of his friends what happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with Rainbow Fish, and they turned away when he swam by. So Rainbow Fish hasn't been very nice. He thinks he's better than them because he has these cool scales, and then he was just mean to them, so no one wants to be his friend. It's a bummer for Rainbow Fish, but he's got to be nicer, right? What good were these dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I am really beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus, and maybe she will help you. Rainbow Fish found the cave. Can you see that okay? It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. I've been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared in a cloud of ink, a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful, shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, well, I don't think you can see the words because of me, but that's okay. Suddenly, he felt a touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. Rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale among his blue ones. A rather particular feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. What do you think that feeling was that came over him? He just gave a scale to someone, to another fish, and then that fish was really, really happy. So do you think that maybe rainbow fish felt good inside because he gave someone something they didn't have? He had extras of them, and so he was able to share. The blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, and it didn't take long before Rainbow Fish was surrounded by other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The Rainbow Fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. So do you know that feeling? He feels good because he helped someone, right? You might know that feeling when you give someone like a present, or maybe you helped someone. Maybe at school a friend fell on the playground and you made them feel better by helping them up. And maybe inside you felt a little joy and your heart tingled. That's how Rainbow Fish is feeling right now. So he's being really kind and sharing what he has. Now, sometimes we don't have physical things to share, but we can share kindness all the time, right? We can help people out, like if they fall at the playground, or if someone needs help putting a cart away at the store, or if they drop something, just those little acts of kindness can be what you give to the people around you. Finally, the rainbow fish only had one shining scale left. His most prized possessions. He had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. And there he goes. So rainbow fish learned that even though he looked different than others, right? He had all these beautiful scales, that he wasn't very happy because he wasn't being nice. He thought that because of his scales that he was better than everybody else. But really, he wasn't, right? He's kind of mean to his friends. So once he shared and he was kind, the friends invited him back to play, right? So I hope you learned something from Rainbow Fish today. Let's retell the story, okay? So get your hand up. Remember, we talk about the characters, and the characters are the people in the story. So one character was Rainbow Fish. Can you tell me another character? Yeah, the starfish. The octopus. The other fish. Yeah. And I think I even heard someone say little blue fish. Yep. Good. Those were the characters. Let's talk about the setting. Where did the story take place? Remember, the setting is where the story takes place. Where did it take place? Yeah, it took place in the ocean. Good, in the ocean. Now what? Oh, beginning. So we talked about the beginning, the middle, and the end. What happened at the very beginning of the story? Yeah, Rainbow Fish didn't have a lot of friends because he wasn't very nice, right? They wanted to play with him, and Rainbow Fish kind of yelled. What happened at in the middle of the story? Yeah, Rainbow Fish went to see Starfish and Octopus to get some advice. He was like, "What am I supposed to do?" He didn't see how mean he was being. And then what happened very, very last? What did he do with his scales? Yeah, he gave them away to his friends, right? So he could be kind. And then they invited him to play. Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story today. I hope you enjoyed being back at summer school. I hope that you are kind today to everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we will Zoom together. So have a super great, awesome Little Redbird Tuesday, as Miss Porter would say, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.